students. I'm so glad that you're able to tune in to another lesson this week. I heard that so many of you were able to watch the videos last week, and that makes me so happy. I love that in some way we're able to stay in classroom and stay connected during this virtual learning. Today is our social skills lesson. Last week we learned about how to grocery shop the best way, how to sort laundry, how to prevent accidents from happening in your home, and restaurant etiquette. And today we're going to continue on that same life skills unit. So what I'm going to do today is just go over all the lessons, and then the rest of the week, here's the plan. On Tuesday, you're going to work on dining etiquette. And then in Microsoft Teams, there is a form where you can fill in the answers to the questions of dining etiquette. That way I can see your answers. And if for some reason you're not able to log on to Microsoft Teams, if you could just email me your answers to these questions, that would work too. I just want to know that you're learning these things. So first we're going to talk about dining etiquette. And I have my lovely assistant again today, McKenna, helping me. This is the form we're going to work on first for Tuesday. And this week I went ahead and helped with the answers. So after you try it on your own, if you want to re-watch the video to check and see if you got the right answers, you can do that as well, or to help you with the answers. So I'm going to just move forward a little bit so you can see. So dining etiquette. We dine every day. Dining is basically just eating. When we eat our breakfast, our lunch, our dinner, we're dining. It doesn't have to be at a restaurant to dine. It can be in your very own home, or like at school, we dined together when we had lunch. So there are some things that we can do, which is the correct way to do it, the proper way. Good etiquette is the word that they use a lot. That's why it says dining etiquette on here. So the first thing that we're going to cover is it good manners to read the newspaper at the table or your cell phone? That's more what people do these days. People don't really read the newspaper as much as they used to, but is it okay to have your cell phone at the table or your iPad at the table or a book when you're eating dinner? So the questions say, only if you're willing to share? No, reading at the dinner table is a social no-no, or yes, as long as you keep it neatly folded. And the answer to that is no. We should not have any of those things at the dining table. When we're at the dining table, we are eating, and that's it. Now let's say that it's in between meals and you want a place to sit and read a book. Well, yes, at that point in time, it's okay to sit at the dining table and read. But when you're actually eating a meal, you should not have any of those items at the dining table. The next question says, at dinner, when should you start eating? So I know a lot of times we're super hungry, and I have this problem with my kids at home. So I serve dinner at the table, and they're so hungry they want to start eating. But I haven't even got my food yet or sat down at the table. And really what everybody should do is wait until everybody that's going to eat together sits down, and then we start eating. And in fact, at work we practice this. I know we talked about this at work when we would say wait until everybody gets up in the room, sits down, and then you guys can eat lunch. Because that's just courteous to everybody so that everybody has a chance to start eating at the same time. Most likely you're all hungry, so it's fair that you wait for mom or grandma or dad or whoever else is making dinner and getting it ready for you guys, that they have a chance to sit down and eat at the same time you do. So the questions say, or the answers are, you can choose from, when everyone has been served their food, it's okay to start eating, when the host or parent starts eating, or as soon as you are served your food. Really there's two answers that would be correct in this one. Either when everyone has been served their food or when the host or parent starts eating. Typically it's just when everybody sits down, everybody's at the table, everybody has their food, then you can start eating. The next thing we're going to talk about is it okay to put your elbows on the table? Short answer, no, it's not okay to put your elbows on the table. When you're eating, the only thing that should be on the table are your hands picking up your silverware. You should never really have your hands sitting like this, leaning on the table, just because it's not sanitary and it's not good manners. So when you're eating, keep your elbows off the table. So the answer choices are after everyone has finished eating, while you are eating, or never. And the answer to that would be never. It's never okay to have your elbows on the table while we're eating. Let's say during the meal you have to use the restroom. It is okay if you have to use the restroom to get up and go to the restroom. You're not going to say, I have to go potty, or whatever else. That's not appropriate. But you could say, may I please be excused? Or the answer they hear, excuse me, I will be right back. Perfectly fine. That's what you would say if you need to use the restroom. Now, if you could possibly hold it until dinner's over, if dinner's almost over, try to do that. But if you really do need to use the restroom, it is okay to use the restroom while there's dinner. Just say, excuse me, I'll be right back. When you are eating, you should keep your hands when you're not eating, but you're at the dinner table, you should always keep your hands folded on your lap. You don't need to keep them busy like one of the options were, or put them in your pocket. You don't need to do that. Just rest them on your lap and have conversation with everybody. Now, if you're eating, obviously your hands are going to be out with your utensils on the table. But if you're not eating, just keep your hands in your lap. And so here's some other do's and don'ts of good dining etiquette. At the table, what you are going to do is say please and thank you. Wait your turn. Put your napkin on your lap. Also, you have the option to put a napkin in your shirt as well. That is also socially acceptable. Clean up your mess and say thank you, which I actually already said. At the table, do not blow your nose, pass gas, burp loudly, say yuck, or interrupt others. And also, don't talk with your mouth full is also another one. And chew with your mouth closed. Those are things that we talk about at work when we're eating together. Basically, what you want to do during dining experiences is have good manners and use this time to enjoy your family, have a conversation, maybe talk about how your day went or that type of thing. So that is dining, and this is what I would like you to do on Tuesday. So Wednesday is seat belt safety. When you ride in a car, it is so important that you always, no matter what, wear your seatbelt. It is for your safety, because if you were in an accident, the best way to stay safe is to have your seatbelt on. And also, if you're on the bus and your school bus has a seatbelt, please wear that on the school bus. Seatbelts are placed in vehicles to protect us in case of an accident. Seatbelt belts must be worn correctly or they will not work properly. Shoulder belts are the belts that go across your shoulders, are what keep you secure against the back of a seat and will keep you back there if you're in an accident, because it'll tighten. If like brakes are slammed on that, it'll tighten and it won't be loose anymore so that you don't go flying forward. So on this paper right here, there's 3 different passengers. If you were in a car, which passenger one do you want to be? Would you want to be passenger A, who has his lap belt and shoulder belt on appropriately? Passenger B, who only has his lap belt on, but what he did was put his shoulder back behind his back, which I see people do all the time. You think he's safest? Or this guy right here who didn't have a seatbelt on at all? The answer is A. This guy right here is sitting back with his shoulder belt and lap belt on correctly. And that is who you should want to be and should be if you're in the car. So, like we said, if you're in a car, have your seatbelt on the right way. It's also the law. If for some reason you got pulled over and you didn't have your seatbelt on, you can get a ticket for that. And it's a law because it's what's safest for us. So, moral of the story, if you're in a car, if you're on a bus, and there are seatbelts, wear your seatbelt. If you have a computer, you can look up, there's some videos on why it's important to wear a seatbelt. So that would be a good thing for you to maybe research some more reasons why. And if you find some good research on why you should wear a seatbelt, email me and I'd be happy to share it with you guys. So that is Wednesday. What I want you to do is on Microsoft Teams, just go fill out the form, answer these questions for me, or you can send me an email with the answer to these for Wednesday. Thursday isn't so much of a lesson, it's just practice. And this is something that you can practice. If you can print this sheet out, you can practice that, or practice it with your real laundry at home. We talked last week about sorting laundry, how we need to have lights and darks. We shouldn't mix them together because the darks can bleed on our whites. Like, I should never wash these together. If I wash this hot pink shirt with my white pants, what could happen? This could bleed and then my pants turn pink. And if I wanted pink pants, I would have bought pink pants, but I wanted white pants, so I should never wash these together. So if I were sorting, these would not be in the same pile. So what I want you to do is if you can just look at this or print it and just kind of figure out which section each of these clothes would go in, that'd be fine. And some of them could go either way, so there's not 100% right or wrong on this, but there are some that are for sure. And so there's 3 different baskets here. There's light, medium, and dark. So you would just go through this light blue sheets. I would probably put in medium. Then we have this dark sweater here. That would for sure go in darks. Reds, I would typically wash with darks because they bleed. They bleed more than others. Here's a white shirt. That would go in lights. A scarf, I would probably put that in darks. Looks like some tan sweatpants. I'd probably put that in medium. This towel is kind of tricky because it's white, but it also has some blue stripes. That's kind of the one that is kind of up in the air. I would probably put that in medium. Here's a lighter white skirt. I'd put that in whites. Here's some white underwear, white socks. I'd put that in lights. Here's this blue blanket. I'd probably put that in medium. Dark blue jeans. I'd put that in dark. White towel. I'd probably put that in lights. Jeans, darks. Red sweatpants, dark. I'd probably put that in the dark too. Dark jeans. These 4 I'd probably put in darks, or even 5 in the darks. This guy I'd probably put in medium, dark, light. But like I said, there's some that are up in the air, or you could decide either way, whatever you want. How I want you to do this lesson is do this, but like I said, practice real life. When it is time to do laundry, like I do laundry on Saturdays here, you might have a certain laundry day, or maybe you do a load every day. Ask whoever is doing the laundry, hey, can I help you please sort the laundry and sort it out? That way you're working on your work skills by working, you're helping your family out, and you're practicing your life skills. So that is Thursday's lesson. And actually on Microsoft Teams, if you go under Thursday, I just have some quick questions about where you would put certain things. You can fill out that form. Or else you can just email me different items you would put in the different ones. So you might say, Miss Tar, in a white or in a light basket, I would put a white shirt. In a medium, I would put X whatever. And just email me that. And finally, on Friday, we're talking about pet care. right here. I know many of us have pets. We used to have a pet until 2 years ago. We had a dog, and he passed away. He was old, and he had a stroke, and it was a very sad day for us, and we just haven't been ready to get another pet yet. But someday we will, and I know a lot of you have pets, and it is so important when we have pets that we take proper care of them. I know a lot of times we think, oh, pets are so much fun, and they are so much fun, but they're also work. So we need to make sure that before we get a pet, that we think about all the work that they're going to be, and when we have the pet, that we maintain that and keep up with the work we need. So on this paper right here, we're just going to first talk about all the different kind of pets we could have. So on this sheet right here, I want you to list 8 different pets that there are. So I'm thinking right now, McKenna can help me. We can think about some pets. Obviously, the obvious ones are dogs and cats. Those are pets that a lot of people have, and probably the most frequent pets. McKenna said lizards. Some people have birds, or hamsters, or guinea pigs, fish. What else? Some people have snakes, which I would never have, but I know some people have them. Turtles. Some people have turtles. Yes. Some people have rats, which is another one I wouldn't have. But if you think about, like, if you went into a pet store, what are all the different pets in there? So I want you to think of 8 different pets. You can use some of the ones that we talked about. If you have other ones you want to add, go ahead and put those on there. So if you own a pet, you must be able to take care of them. It can cost a lot of money to take care of pets, and it also is a lot of time. If you have a dog, you have to take the time out to feed them and to take them on walks and take them to the vet. So there's just a lot of time and money that go into animals. And there's also things we have to provide for them. So on this list right here, we have the dog, the cat, and a bird. And I want you guys to list or think about what kinds of items would you need for each of those. So for a dog, I know for sure we would need a bowl for water and a bowl for food. We would need food. You need water. Dogs like treats, so you need some dog treats. You need dog toys. What else would you need, McKenna? A dog bed. You definitely need a leash if you're going to take them on a walk.
Cage.
Yes, a cage. So those are some things you need for a dog. You can use those or come up with some other ones. For a cat, cats don't go outside to go to the bathroom, so you have to have a litter box and litter for your cats. You're also going to need some type of scoop when you change their litter to scoop out.
A cage.
Yeah, you might need a cage for your cat if you're going to take them to
like
the vet.
little toy mouses.
Yeah, cats like toys. Cats like little scratch things that they can scratch on.
And string.
Yeah, they like string too. So those are some items for a cat. For a bird, this is kind of a hard one because I've never had a bird for me, but I know for sure you need, food for the bird feed.
And a little cage.
You need a cage because birds have to stay in their cage. They typically don't just fly around the house because they might just fly out the door. They need something to hold their water and their food. A lot of times I know that people will put covers over their bird cage at night when it's time to sleep so the birds know it's dark and sleeping time, so you might need that. So you can think of other reasons, go ahead and list them on there. Pets also require us to do chores to keep them happy. What kind of chores do we have to do to keep our pets happy? Play with them. Yeah, McKenna said play with them. Pets love to be played with, just like you guys like people to pay attention to you.
Toys, like.
Yeah, they like to be played with their toys. They like to go on walks. Some dogs like to be bathed or go swimming.
We're playing at the park.
Oh yeah, like to be going to the park. We have to give them baths. Except for cats, you don't have to give cats baths, but dogs you have to give baths. You need to take them to the vet. to make sure that they're okay and to get their shots that they need. You have to make sure they have food and water every day. So go ahead and come up with some more chores. There's so many things you have to do to keep pets happy and taken care of. So this is your assignment on Friday on Microsoft Teams. There's another form where you can fill out these answers, or you can just email the answers to me. And so at the end of this week, I want to make sure you guys are learning. So if you could reach out to me in some way to let me know what you learned that was most important to you this week, email it to me, or you can call me with your mom or dad on the phone and we can talk about it. I just want to know that you're learning it. And you guys can also, now that you know this, become the experts. Have fun telling your family about these things that you're learning too. So that is all for this week for social skills, life skills. We'll be back next week for more. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. See you later, guys.